So, let's talk about how we use our computers. For most of us, it's pretty much one way, right? You've got a mouse, you've got windows you drag around, but what if there was a totally different way to do things? An approach that's built from the ground up for pure speed and efficiency. Well, that's what we're diving into today.
This quote from David Heinemeier Hansson just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly sums up that standard experience. It's this constant, manual chore, dragging, resizing, trying to find that one window you buried 10 minutes ago. It's a world with a mouse is king, but maybe, just maybe, there's a better way.
Yeah, that traditional desktop can feel like a perpetually messy desk. You end up spending a surprising amount of brain power just managing the clutter, which is energy you could be using for, actual work. So let's break down the two main philosophies for how to deal with this.
And here they are, side by side. On the left, you've got floating. That's the one we all know. It's totally manual. You do all the work. On the right, you have tiling. This is a whole different beast. It's automatic. The system does the organizing for you, creating these perfect, non-overlapping layouts so you can just focus on what's in the windows, not where they are.
This is where a modern tool like Hyperland steps into the picture. It's a specific type of window manager that's designed to automate all that tedious organization, letting you focus on what you're doing instead of how you're arranging it. So here's the big idea in a nutshell. A tiling window manager is like having a personal assistant for your screen. You just open apps and it takes care of the rest, automatically snapping everything into a perfect grid. And the best part? Every single pixel of your monitor is being used. There is absolutely zero wasted space. And this is where you really see the magic happen. You open one application, it fills the whole screen. Open a second one, and boom, the first one instantly slides over and resizes to make room. Open a third, a fourth, it doesn't matter. It just keeps building this perfect dynamic grid for you without you ever having to lift a finger or touch a mouse.
Now, Hyperland gives you choices, which is awesome. The default layout is called Dwindle, and it's fantastic for seeing everything at once. But let's say you're comparing a couple of long documents. You can just hit Super plus L. That's usually the Windows or Command key plus L, and it toggles to a scrolling layout. This lines everything up horizontally, almost like a film strip, so you can just scroll left and right. It's all about adapting the layout to your task in an instant.
So if that automatic tiling is the engine, then your keyboard, well, that's the cockpit. This whole system isn't just keyboard-friendly, it's completely keyboard-first. Every single action is just a few keystrokes away, putting you in total command. And this is the core philosophy. I mean, everything. At first, it feels a little strange, kind of like learning to play a musical instrument. But once you build that muscle memory, the speed is, honestly, it's intoxicating. You stop thinking about how to do things, and you just do them. And this is where that speed comes from. I mean, think about it. Need a terminal? You hit Super plus Return. It's just there, instantly. Need your web browser? Super plus Shift plus Return. Bam! It pops up already perfectly tiled. You're not hunting for icons or clicking through menus. You're just telling the computer what you want, and it happens right now.
Okay, so we figured out how to organize windows on a single screen. That's great. But what happens when you're juggling completely different projects? Well, that's where workspaces come in. This is the next level of organization. Honestly, this is the best way to put it. We're not just talking about a few extra empty desktops. We're talking about dedicated, task-focused environments. You might have one for all your coding, another one just for communication, and a third for research. Each one is perfectly organized and waiting for you.
And bouncing between these contexts is completely effortless. So, you're on Workspace 1, writing code, you hit Super plus 2, and you are instantly looking at your email and Slack. Then you realize, oh, I need this browser window over in my research space on Workspace 3. You just focus it, hit Super plus Shift plus 3, and it's gone. It's context switching without all the mental baggage. All right, for those of you who want to take it even further, Hyperland has some seriously powerful tools for organizing windows within a single workspace. So let's look at two of the absolute best, grouping and the Scratchpad. Window grouping is an absolute lifesaver, especially if you're working on a laptop screen. It basically lets you take a bunch of different apps and stack them on top of each other in a single container with tabs. So instead of 4 tiny little windows, you get one normal-sized window with 4 tabs you can flip through. And of course, it's all keyboard-driven. You hit Super plus G on a window to start a group, and then you can add more to it. To navigate, you just use Super plus Alt plus Tab to fly between those tabs. It's like having browser tabs for your entire operating system. It's amazing. Now the Scratchpad, this might be my favorite feature. Think of it as a hidden workspace that you can summon on top of whatever you're doing. It's absolutely perfect for something like a terminal for a quick command, or maybe your music player, something you need to access quickly without messing up your main layout.
The controls are just so simple. You can send any window you want to the scratchpad with Super plus Alt plus S. Then, no matter what you're doing on any workspace, you can just hit Super plus S to make it appear or disappear. It's like your own secret on-demand tool drawer.
So when you put all of this together, the automatic tiling, the keyboard first navigation, the workspaces, and these power user tools, what you end up with is a fundamentally different and, I would argue, way more efficient way of working with your computer. So let's just boil it down. Why does any of this matter? Well, for one, you're using every inch of your screen. 2, your hands stay on the keyboard where you're fastest. 3, the organization just happens for you. And 4, you get these virtual desktops on steroids. It is all about removing friction.
Look, I'm not going to pretend there isn't a learning curve. There is. You have to unlearn years and years of mouse-dragging habits. But everyone who makes the switch says the same thing. Once it clicks, once you feel that speed, going back to a normal desktop just feels slow, clumsy even.
And that's really the question I want to leave you with. Just imagine for a second if you never had to reach for your mouse again. If your entire workflow, from launching apps to arranging massive projects, just flowed directly from your fingertips. How would that change the way you work? How much faster could you be?
Enhance your coding skills with us. Don't forget to subscribe to Code 5 Food for the latest updates and tutorials.